Hi YouTube, my name is Bernie and my channel is BernieTree66. Thank you for coming back and watching my videos. I really appreciate everyone who has subscribed to my channel. Forgive those sounds. That is my dog snoring right under my feet. Forgive me. So, thank you to everyone who's donated. You have made this video possible. I dedicate this video to you. In the last video, I talked about how to handle the black racist, and I promised that I would come back and talk about how to handle the black racist at work. So, zero tolerance is how you handle the black racist at work. And I'll tell you why I have such a strong stance about this. I was at a job, and it was a government job, and they had hired a bunch of black women to work there through a temporary agency. And I took the job. It's pretty decent pay. Day shift. So you're kind of in this cubicle area, fluorescent lights. It was awesome. And there was a girl, we all got to be friends, but there was one girl, and her name was Tshundra, and she asked us to call her Sugar. So she was a single mother, surprising, and she had a bad attitude, right? Also surprising. So there was one white girl in the section with us, and she was a white girl that chose to speak fluent Ebonics. So she was one of the team, and I thought she'd be fully accepted. And, for the most part, nobody had a problem with anyone. All of a sudden, Sugar announces that she doesn't like white people. Out of nowhere. She just says this as we're all sitting there at work. She doesn't like white people. She goes on to talk about slavery. She says they beat us, they raped us. And she was kind of rocking when she did it. She was really getting into it. And she was upset. She was upset about white people. She just sat there and got upset and let us have it. So I was horrified. I was sort of trying to smooth it over. And I'm like, oh, just those racist white people, right? She's like, no, all of them. I don't, any of them, none of them. So it was really uncomfortable. My coworker is there, white, sitting there listening to this, and I just kind of sat there and didn't do anything about it. So in hindsight, what I should have done is said, Sugar, shut up. We're at work. If you don't stop talking about this, I'm going to go to HR. I don't care how many kids you have at home. You can't talk about this at work. You can't be a open racist at work. I don't care what color you are. I should have said, that's your warning. If she'd gone on and on about it, I should have just gotten up, gone to HR, and reported her. They would have had her out like that. So I've come up with a few recommendations for how to handle the Tshundras of the world. First of all, be ready to record. If you see this black racist starting to get worked up, you get your phone out and start recording. Okay? Then you give the warning. Say, look, this is not the place to talk about race, racism, blah, blah, blah. You're making me uncomfortable. Use that politically correct language on them. So you're making me uncomfortable. And you're making this a hostile work environment. Please stop talking about this. If they stop, great. End it there. Put your phone down. I would keep a real good distance from that person from then on. Okay? And I'd keep your recording device handy. All right, so if they continue to go on about racism, they're probably getting ready to attack you. Okay, they probably don't want the job, want to go chill at home. I saw a lot of that, a lot of self-sabotage there. So they may be getting ready to attack you. And so one way to know that is if they get close to you and say, huh? What'd you say? That means they're about to hit you. Okay, it's kind of like a little sucker punch move that's coming. So whenever you see a black person getting close to you and asking for clarification, they're getting ready to hit you. I just want you to know that. Little tip, little insider tip, okay? Raise voices. I was talking to my friend about this. He says the more loud they are, the more likely they are to be afraid. So the yellers, maybe they're not going to attack you. I wouldn't risk it, I would go ahead or get on up and walk over to security or, get away from them, leave them there yelling with themselves, because if you get into a confrontation with them, it might not go your way. You might end up out of a job. But if you walk away and leave them there holding the bag, then you may be good. Maybe. The system's sort of skewed now so that black people can keep that job because companies do not want people to say they're racist against black people. It's okay to be racist against white people. Somehow, now that's on the menu. What I haven't been able to wrap my head around is why, as a black person, I'm expected to dislike white people or to treat white people like they are some other species. It's like having a litter of kittens. They're all different colors. They're all from the same mom and dad, and saying, oh, I only like the white ones. No one does that. We're all kittens from the same litter. So I don't see any problem with liking white people. I don't see any problem with dating white people if you're black, white. Call it swirling now. I've been treated really nicely by white people. Okay? I don't have any reason to dislike white people. So you guys that keep commenting about that, you're wasting your time. Yes, I've dated white men. So what? Fucks. Will you wake up and see that you're in the year 2017? Okay? And none of that matters. So you're kind of thinking, oh man, there's a bunch of stuff on the news indicating that there's racism. They pay these people. They're actors. Look around in your own personal life and say, are the white people around me mean to me? If so, do I have a shitty stank attitude? Be honest, okay? If people are kind of treating you bad, you might have a bad attitude. I've run against a lot of black people that have a really bad attitude, especially in customer service. But we keep getting jobs, so it's not such an oppressive society after all, is it? So, zero tolerance for the black racists at work. Get up, go to HR, get security if you have to. Go through the process of filling out the form and don't tolerate it. Another thing is, if you're a manager, I recommend going ahead and letting everybody know, like sending out a mass email, something like that, and saying, do not talk about race at work. If you talk about race at work, you will be fired. especially if you're in a nice state like Texas, at will state, where we can just fire you if we want to. If you're in one of those states where you got to do all this work, you know, go through the steps, the warning process, the write-ups, due process, to get this person to correct their behavior. You know, when you take them aside and say, don't talk about race at work. When you're at work, what you're doing is stealing. Sitting around having a big old heated discussion about how the system and white supremacy and all these nebulous terms that we're supposed to buy into. We're supposed to ignore everybody's, you know, actions and behaviors that might have contributed to their life. We're supposed to ignore all that and just pretend that it's something big pie in the sky, white supremacy, whatever the hell that means. So I would put them to the side and say, don't talk about that at work. Okay? This is your warning. From here on, it's going to get nasty. Okay? So those are my tips for how to handle the black racist at work. In my next video, a subscriber has sent a video to me that kind of pairs the last two videos together, and we'll see how a black racist turns it around, gets in your mind, and tries to make you the racist in all situations. So be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can get the notifications of when I'm going to, or when the video's up, or when I'm going live, or something like that. So, another thing, YouTube has started censoring me for some reason. So if you didn't see an ad play on this video, maybe you could consider donating, because they're kind of cutting into my money. Also, if you shop on Amazon, you can shop through my store now. I get a little cut of it. So you don't necessarily have to just donate. You can buy something through Amazon. It's got to be something that's in my shop, and I could get a piece of it. See how great that is? If there's something you'd like to see in my shop, do let me know. And I just really want to say thank you to everyone who donated. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. Thank you to everyone who shares my videos and likes my videos and always encourages me to come back. I really appreciate it, guys. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.